Hey friends, it's Angela. I was thinking today how basically humanity right now is going through what we would call in shamanism an initiatory experience, which means a death and a rebirth. This can be quite an overwhelming experience on all sorts of levels for people. Depending on where your spiritual practices are at, when you're deeply connected to those practices, it can provide you with a really good stability through times like this. However, during initiatory experiences, it's really the ego that changes the most, because the ego is attached to structure, identity, image, individualism. And so as we go along together, we're going to have ego challenges. It's normal and it's healthy when we go through something like this. One of the big fears that's going to come up is a sense of groundlessness. You may be feeling that already, just this sense of like, God, I'm not in control. Ego really likes to think it's in control, so that can be something that can cause a lot of mental suffering and, activity, right? Also, this sense of isolation. Ego really feels like it's in control and that it's an individual, and yet we're all really connected. We're just one here. It really is truly oneness, right? The existential fear that can really come up is related to identity, because the ego really loves to attach to roles. And I've already spoken to a number of you who've lost your jobs, and we can really identify with our job, really glom onto our job, because it gives us prestige, or it gives us financial security, or it gives us a role that, an image out in the world. And that can really get rocked at this time. Finally, there's the existential fear related to death, because, when we're looking at death and dying, that not just of ourselves, but of one another or family or us as a collective, what comes up is related to the meaning of life. We start to wonder, have I really lived to the fullest here? And so this is why these kinds of experiences can be so overwhelming, because we're trying to manage, oh my God, what's happening financially, what's happening with my family, what's happening with my health. We're traveling all over. We have enough toilet paper, for God's sakes, and at the same time, deep inside, the soul is, calling to us. So we need to really, really stabilize. This is the time to get deep into your spiritual practices. No matter what you can do, try to take some time every day for your meditation or for your yoga, for your medicine path work. Tend to your heart, tend to your journaling. The soul is what guides us through initiatory experiences.